Okay, let's continue with this software training about EverExpress reporting. Our last chapter is about scripting. Scripting are very useful tool in the report. As I show you in last video, we see that now in the web we're gonna have this useful property in the designer in the web, because now in the web we have now this is not available. Okay, so we're gonna use this scripting to make some change in the repo in runtime. So let's go and see what we can do with the scripting. uh, Scripting are very long topic, so I just gonna talk about a little bit about this and make a sample that I have for you. Okay, so scripting, if you go to scripting here, you have this code window that you can write code here. So in this side you have all elements that you can create a script. You can create a script from bottom margin, you can create a script from any details, you can create a script for the report itself. You see the report is here. If you see, every element has his name and what is this label, page info, anything. If you select report or report header, you have here the events that have report header, and in this event you can select and create some code. The same is with the report. If you see, we have the report here, but the report have more events that we can use to create an script. Okay, so what we're gonna do here? Okay, first we're gonna create a new parameters. We're gonna create a new parameters. We're gonna call this parameter paper size. Paper size. So this parameter is gonna be a string, and then here we're gonna create a static list. You remember the dynamic list is from the database, but this static list is entered manually. We're gonna create manually here. I just add a letter. Let me add another paper legal, and my third one is A4. A4. Okay. By default, I want to appear letter. Okay, because this is that we use to create a report. Okay, perfect. Then if you preview this report, then we have these new parameters. You see, letter, legal, A4. So if you select, nothing is gonna be changed because we haven't do anything with these new parameters. So we go back and go to the scripts. Okay, in the script we're gonna look here for the report, and then we're gonna look for on after printing. Let me see on up, because I have the code here before printing. Okay, before printing, in this before printing, this is from the report, you see. Okay, this means before the report is gonna print, it's gonna make all the code here. Okay, I just want to copy this code and paste it over there because I have tested in other report. What I have to show you here, this is C#, is the first thing that is the language by default. Why is C#? Because if you go to the settings, the designer setting, and you see the scripting language is C Sharp. If you change for Visual Basic, JavaScript, you have to write your code in this language that you select. Okay, so now is C Sharp. So what we do in the first line, we just receive the report and create a variable. With this variable, we can do a lot of things. We can make this auto fit in the page, but if you see, we have something special here. We can write test report point. If you see, we have here IntelliSense that we can just look for printable and look for other properties inside this report. Printer name, printer setting, unit. We can change the unit from inches to centimeters or anything, you know. So if you see, we have access to almost everything here, almost everything, and we can go to any labels. This is crazy good. um, you can create anything here inside here, but as I say to you, this is just introductory. If you want to know more about all the things that you can do inside here, you can go to DevExpress documentation. I give you a link in the PowerPoint that is gonna be yours. This PowerPoint in the same page. I put this link that is documentation about this scripting. I put this everything that you can change with the scripting, report bands, control, styles, appearance, data source, anything, almost anything. So now our goal here is to change the paper size. Okay, so I ask for is parameter paper size. You remember this is the name. You have to use the name here for the parameter and then the value. If it's legal, we're gonna take this report, and paper kind is where the information of the paper is, and we can change for this. Why I use the whole name of the how I say to you, the system drawing, and because if I don't use like this, I have to insert using so on. So is better approach to use like this because you don't have to add anything else. You just this code can work anywhere I copy. Okay, so you ask for paper size A4, paper size leather. Okay, so in each case you change for the paper size for each one. Okay, so let's save it. Other things that I want to show to you, you have this validation. If you say validate and there is some issue, the issue is gonna appear here because they check for this code, and if the code is not good, it's gonna be a problem. Okay, perfect. Other things you can just put this bigger, short field. Okay, this is in an editor inside your repo. And when you copy this repo to another platform, if you put this report in web page on or another viewer, this gonna be useful because it's inside the repos. This scripting is with the repos all the time. In the web, you have to take some consideration. In the documentation is the consideration. You have to activate the scripts and something else. Okay. Okay, let's go back and let's preview our report with the new script. Okay, now we're gonna take this as letter. Okay, I'm gonna take this report out here. If you see, I'm gonna put maximize here because I need to see what happened when I change my paper size. So let's begin with this. If you see, we have this paper, and you see what the distance between the final line and the bottom. So we're gonna change for legal and submit. If you see now, we have a long page. If you see, this legal is long page, and this change every page. Now we have a long page for our report. Is the same quantity of page because in each group we just make a page break, but we have here our new site of paper. Okay, and we're gonna test the other one that is A4 submit, and if you see, we have a long page too, and then we can go back to our letter. This is good because you can use this for change the paper size. If you have a cross tab or you have another uh, elements that you want to use, uh, you can just let the people, that the user, change the paper size, and they can see the report horizontally, more the page more largest, and anything else. Okay, so we can go back to the Visual Studio. Here we can put the report again, but you can just take it out and test anything you want. Okay, so with this we can just finally, uh, in other advanced course, we can see another things about scripting, another objects like cross tab, a lot of other objects that we have here in the report. But for now, it's over. Thank you for your time seeing this course, and see you in the advanced course. Bye.